So, everybody, this is going to be like a session 0.5, I would say. Not a 0, but it's not session 1 either.
Mm-hmm.
But we're trying out something new. You know, every every 6 to 10 sessions, trying out a different world, not a new setting, but like new genres, themes, all that good stuff. And now we're finally getting into kind of Eberron proper. This is the world that we'll be playing in. So if we ever go like to Feywild campaigns, it will be somewhere in Eberron or just the whole world of. Actually, no, Eberron is the world. Yes, it would be in Eberron. It has the continents and all that good stuff. So before we throw out our character ideas, just a recap of like the Eberron world overview. It has opportunities for high adventure. You can add magic, as little or as much magic as you want. Mystery, intrigue. They have the Wild West, so things like that. Like you could play like a Western style campaign as well. They have every type of setting you can think of here, like city campaigns, political intrigue, classical fantasy, all that good stuff. But it's a setting that also has arcane technology. So like it powers, you'll see airships, trains, the city lights, things like that. So, and they're powered by, I believe airships take the power of fiends. I think it's the power of a fiend. And like that power, it's like wrapped around the ship in a circle and it like powers it to go forward. And I think I don't want to be wrong. Let me look it up. Let me I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm warm. But yes, magic is a part of like everyday life. It's kind of just like everybody knows a cantrip or two to help with daily life. Kind of all that good stuff. So wait, let me see. What powers and train in Eberron? I feel like I'm so close. I feel like I'm super close. I was close. Okay, sorry. They're like for the airships. They use bound air or like fire elementals, and those provide like lift and propulsion. And so it channels that energy. And then the lightning rails also use lightning elementals to propel the trains along the tracks.
So sick.
And they kind of levitate slightly above the tracks, and so all that good stuff. There are dragon shards, these magical crystals that are found underground, and they power much of the world's advancement. That is a good note to keep in mind. There was a century-long conflict among the 5 nations of the continent of Khorvaire. That's where we're playing. So Eberron has continents in it. And one continent is Khorvaire, and that's where we're playing. That's where most stories are told. And then so it ended with a day of mourning. But it destroyed one of the nations. I believe it's called the nation. It was called Sire, but now it's called the Mournland. If you look on the map, it's all kind of white. It's like this white area. It's like kind of it's been decimated. It's destroyed, and this is where a lot of the battle happened. You can see there's like a chasm here, all that good stuff. People don't really go there. It's not an easy place to traverse through unless you absolutely need to go there, but most people don't. There are families that have dragon marks, and these families kind of run a lot of the airships. There's different families, and they control like crafting. One family control technology. Another will do kind of like the courier services throughout Eberron, Khorvaire, and these they have those dragon marks. Those magical sigils that these special families have. I believe there's 13 of them. But yes, so Eberron has widespread magic versus high magic, which is what the creator says. So it's everywhere, but it's not. You won't see like level 20 wizards running around and stuff like that. That is extremely rare.
Not yet, you haven't.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like a threat. Sounds like a challenge.
Me, well known for my strategic prowess.
Yes. I would love to see it again.
I wouldn't. No one would.
I would. You gotta believe in yourself. This world also has Warforged, which are these constructs that were created during last war. They're beings created for war, but now that the war's over, they're still around, and they're kind of like roaming around, trying to find a new purpose. So that's what it's like for the Warforged out here. They're like these metal constructs. Now searching for their place in the world. But yes. So, there's that bustling city like Sharn. They call it the City of Towers, and it's kind of like the New York of Eberron. Very busy, it's very large, it's packed. Neighborhoods are like stacked on top of each other. So that's how the neighborhoods are built in Sharn. If I'm correct, let me look it up on how it's Sharn. I swear I love Eberron. I swear I know. Yes, it just says it has massive towers that are the city's defining feature. Yes. The city is built vertically, different levels and districts stacked upon each other. I was right. I'm better than you. Yes. Okay, so knowing this, you guys, give me and some information for you guys on your end in terms of like character preparation. You guys all belong to the Wayfinder Foundation. So this guild of adventurers, treasure hunters, funding expeditions and things like that. So that's what you guys are a part of. And we kind of homebrewed the rating system. Some people take it seriously, some people could care less. But it does get you certain things within the guild. So the higher the rating you have, kind of like if you're an Uber driver or something like that, the more perks you get. And the people take, higher rating. They either find you like a teacher's pet, like a brown noser, or someone worthy of respect. Depends on the people that you meet. But yeah, so you guys are a part of the Wayfinder Foundation. So knowing all this background information about Eberron, I asked you guys before this, come with some, a few character ideas. So what is everybody thinking? Let's throw it out. Let me know.
Well, I was thinking of playing a spell sword, so it's not very much a commander or a wizard. It's kind of a weird mishmash between the two.
A what? Spell sword?
Yeah, spell sword. Sorry if my voice is going. So it's a subclass of the commander, where he's just using spells with his commands.
It's a subclass of the commander. Okay. Spell sword.
And so I was thinking kind of backstory wise, like he's part of like a family of esteemed mages, but he doesn't do so hot in on Dare in a lot of those universities. And so he kind of gets kicked out of the majority of them and decides to move to Karnath, where he kind of learns a lot of that military strategy. And then during his time as a squire there, kind of gets inspired by like the heroic tales of adventurers and knighthood, and then kind of finds his way to the Wayfinder Foundation, kind of goes to pursue that as his final goal.
Okay. I wonder, has he ever been to Sharn?
Has he been to Sharn? I would say probably not. He's heard of it, but he hasn't ventured over there.
Okay, he hasn't been to the big city. Mm-mm. Okay, wait, what would his race be?
It would be Elven.
Elven? Okay. Any other ideas? Character ideas?
Oh, God.
I meant for Arcturus. Do you have any other?
Sorry.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
My other one, and it's kind of bare bones, but it's a
Yeah.
construct for the Oathbreaker class, and it's kind of just like after the last war, the Silver Flame kind of took a few of the Warforged and I repurposed them to work in churches. And then after a bit, because I haven't come up with a character name, he kind of wanted to pursue something outside of that church, and so he kind of broke free. And so a lot of that. So he kind of broke free and like made his way to like the safety of the Wayfinder Foundation to get away from the Silver Flame. And, sorry, I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought.
Okay. Are you a little sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it. You're good.
But yeah, it just definitely. I was thinking of kind of because Oathbreaker deals with pain. So I was kind of thinking like every time he's trying to use some of his movesets, it's like erasing part of his mind. So he keeps a book of all the things he wants to do.
Yeah.
And transcribes what he's done before. But again, yeah, bare bones idea on that one.
Oh, okay, I like it. But also I was looking into like what are the best classes for a construct. Oathbreak. Oh no, sorry, you said Oathbreaker or Oathsworn. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought you Commander. Oh wait.
So
Berserker is a good one, I think.
I think Set was going to do that one, or I can't remember. Set was saying something about.
Yeah, he had a couple ideas. Let's see. Let me go back to what his ideas. Okay, Warforged Berserker. And okay, he said I'd like if anyone playing someone from the upper class, maybe one of the Dragon Mark houses. My character has his character as a butler, and I was like, I like that idea because then there's already like a connection there.
Mine was
bodyguard. Okay, so let's hear your ideas, Nick.
Sorry, no, that wasn't like to be like wow, but
no.
So my first one is the Songweaver one, who's sort of like traveled across. Is it like a refugee? And she's like on her experiences, like she was like the eldest sibling, like looking after like her younger siblings because their parents like were killed. So to like settle them, she started like learning like all the different instruments and stories and things like that of like the places that she'd passed through. And it started off her like sort of singing like the younger ones to sleep and that sort of thing. But then she realized that like she could make money off of it, and making money off of it was a good way to like keep them all fed, that sort of thing. So when they finally settled in the capital, the big city, she takes like more jobs and stuff, like more dangerous jobs, more like I don't know, well known within the guild. She has good standing, not well known, but a good standing sort of thing.
Okay.
Like, quite reliable person.
So
but I don't know.
Songweaver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is like, I don't know, like a kind of scribe that's hired. Like that's her sort of like, she obviously fights with them too, but like her sort of purpose there is like to scribe like the group's things. And then I sort of like imagine that like every party has like some form of like Songweaver who acts as their scribe, and then like the Wayfinder Foundation has like a whole fucking locker library of just like all the different like tales from all these different parties. I don't know, my head kind of went there with it.
Okay.
So I kind of pictured like her purpose being there for that. But then I did have another one of a half-elf mage who's is like very higher upper class. Doesn't have to be the dragon people, but it would be cool if I could do that.
One of the dragon marked houses.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And like her family sort of like has a long line of like very successful adventurers, and she like it's hard, is like kind of expected to go into the guild and do it as well because like family and tradition, that sort of thing. But like she's like, but they were all like sort of like martial melee classes, swords and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she just she tried being a mage and she wasn't very good at that either. So she was kind of like, oh my god, fucking fuck it, and sold her soul and became a shadowmancer to like keep up and like Mulan her way sort of like through. And then as soon as like she's done like the required thing, like as soon as she has like a great tale sort of thing. She can kind of like dip out and figure out how to sort of get her soul back, if that's an option. She's still working out the terms and conditions.
Oh, okay. You mentioned Milan and like this song, Mr. I'll make a man out of you. That's her theme song. That is her theme song.
But like I picture like her patron like just not being like super powerful or anything like that, like handy for what she sort of needs. Took a liking to the fact that she was like kind of using an underhanded way to get through it all. But he's just kind of like he just kind of hangs around to like kind of see if she fucks up, and he's just sort of like lol sort of at her and stuff when that happens. Like he's not like something she's terrified of, and she doesn't really respect him either. Like she respects him that he's powerful, but it's not like a master servant type thing. They don't get along very well, but like he mainly just took it because like he doesn't really do this kind of thing. Like,
oh my god,
he just sort of took it to see what happens. Like his friend said he should get out more, so this is him getting out more. He's taking he's becoming a patron for someone.
That's kind of funny because I want him to be like a stoner from California.
That'd be amazing.
Like, super lazy.
Yeah, like he does the bare minimum. But it's more just
he's like, yeah, I have to do this or I'm going to be cut off. So
yeah,
there's a minimum quota.
And that's kind of like that's kind of how they became like bonded and stuff, because she was like, I kind of have to do this or I'm going to be cut off. So we can it's a relationship of convenience.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Wait, so is that your second idea, or is that your third?
Either or, like one of those. I like the first one, but maybe not for this setting. Maybe like somebody who's like a little lower, not lower leveled, but do you know what I mean? Like because from what you said before, like they're at least known within the guild. Like they're not newbies, and I feel like the Songweaver would be more of a newbie. Like if you're doing like lower stakes type stuff. You know what I mean?
And the second option is more
Shadow
well-known?
Monster. Yeah,
Right.
like it's I feel like they're more attuned. Like I don't know, it feels a better fit for being a higher level adventurer.
Okay, I just realized I should write down what you guys are saying. Sorry. Hold on.
Everyone is a mess today.
So let me see. PC notes. Arcturus. He said, okay, real quick, Arcturus, like bullet points of your first character idea, and then the second one. What was it?
Elven spell sword, and then construct oathbreaker for the second one.
Ooh, construct oathbreaker. I like that because it is kind of in line with their history, actually.
Yeah.
Because they were made to do one thing. Would you kind of incorporate the last war or into his background?
I'd have to read up more on it. I know bits and pieces of it, but I don't know enough to. But yeah, I would try to.
Okay. Spell sword. And that's a subclass of which class? Sorry.
The commander.
Commander. Oh, okay.
It's like the D&D's warrior.
D&D has a warrior, or is it a fighter?
It's fighter. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You have like half foggy brain right now. I get it. Okay, Meg, your first idea was a Songweaver.
Yeah, human Songweaver.
Okay.
Eldest daughter syndrome.
Okay.
Was a scribe for the guild.
Eldest daughter. Scribe.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second idea is a
half-elf shadow monster.
Why half-elf?
I kind of like the idea of I don't know what not the racism setting is like, but like how people view half-elves and stuff. I feel like the parents would be very like, or the father, I imagine the father being elven, him being like, yeah, my genes showed through if they were skilled adventurers and stuff, but like being like, oh, I guess there was too much human in this one if they're not very good, you know?
Oh snap.
So like, yeah, she could get cut off, but also like she'll also be deemed as like not even like a person to her dad if he found out that she sold her soul because she wasn't very good at everything. Like this is a thing that's happened to her siblings before.
Oh, okay, so half-elf Shadowmancer sold her soul because
Yeah.
she was mediocre or inadequate.
She just wasn't very good at, like, like through training and that sort of stuff, like through the first but she quickly cottoned on. Like when they were sort of threatening to write home and stuff, she was like, oh shit, I need to do something. So she just like asked around if that people knew a patron who was taking on new people, I guess. until she found her guy.
The patrons were talking. They're like, I don't want to take this one.
Yeah, they're like, I don't. They're like, and like they'd be like, oh, but the surname, and they'd be like, but the talent,
Yeah, we know of her. We've been skipping over her for years.
She's like super desperate for one. She gets one and manages to sort of like get her way through it because she's actually pretty good at this stuff now.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going with that one. I've got like such a better backstory for that one.
Yeah, I know we're like fleshing it out more.
I'm so sorry, Kyle. You haven't even got to say like.
Yeah, we're gonna get. We are now on to Kyle. So present a couple of your ideas for us, and then we'll go from there.
So my first kind of thought is Casper Valerian. He is a cheat who basically was kicked out of his House Sivis in Sharn for perfectly replicating something, and he got found out, and so the elders of his clan basically banished him, and so now he is using his job as a wayfinder courier to like get him access into places and to like build a network to try and take over his house again.
Oh, okay. So it's like a redemption type.
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
Second one is kind of an Aragorn style character, like a hunter who got into the Wayfinders by successfully finding a team that got lost in the Shadow Marches. Like he extracted a team out of the Shadow Marches, and so now he works for them to do like hard transportation jobs. I haven't developed that one a whole lot, but I thought that'd be kind of interesting. And then when I saw say something about the butler idea, I thought of having an upper class gnome mage who was bored of the arcane politics where he lived and joined the Wayfinders to transport dangerous magical artifacts because he had this like built-in bodyguard and he has the arcane specialization.
Yeah.
So I thought something like that would be kind of neat too.
That's so sick. They're all sick, to be fair. Like,
I mean, because Hed's not here, if we can already just kind of come to him and be like, hey,
this is what you're
upper
doing.
class gnome mage.
Do you want him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for any of those.
That's so cool.
I think, honestly, I think a lot of these are good ideas. The construct Oathbreaker is really thematic.
Yeah, that was cool.
With the world, and would love to flesh that out a little bit more. I think I'm just telling you what I'm leaning towards. The half-elf Shadowmancer sounds really fun, and this is a more serious game, but I still want to play like a Shaggy type patron for you.
Nice. That'd be extreme.
But yes, House Sivis is, well, okay, if I'm incorrect, I believe wait, am I incorrect?
What do you mean?
House Sivis is the one they control. They're scribes, translators, and record keepers. They ensure that information is accurate and accessible. So
yeah, so the thing was Cass like copied just to see if he could, made a duplicate of some contract or something, and
okay.
just to see if he could. But because the Sivis has such a high reputation, they didn't want their people to know that happened. So they like kicked him out because he did that.
That's messed up. It's what they would do. It's what they do. Okay. I mean, I like it. I like it. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna tell Sed. I'm gonna tell Sed, like, go with that. His was also a construct, though. I mean, we could have two. Like, there's nothing wrong with having two of the same race in the group, I think.
And it's also like super different types of constructs.
Could be.
Like,
It
one's
could
a
be an
butler.
interesting, like, if they have like very different personalities and see how that's played out. Because
That'd be
they're,
cool.
I mean, because they both come from like the same history of being built for war. War is over now, and they're free. So what do I do now? It's that kind of thing. Trying to find purpose again. So I really like that story.
But
One is just like gone to strip clubs and spent his money on booze and women, and the other is like, I broke my oath. It's like just serious and I can't wait to see how this plays out. Okay, so my next question for you guys: what do you officially want to go with? Or is there any? Okay, actually, yeah. So once we officially know what you want to go with, we'll create connections.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do the Shadow Monster girly.
Okay, I like it. And the good thing about like these campaigns is like you could try out so many ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't get the one now, the next one or the next one. But yeah.
Yeah, if you want, I'll go with the gnome so that Seth and I can.
Right.
Do
You
that.
can like
I'm down
message
for that.
him. Yeah, you can message him and like even build up more camaraderie and connection there. Just be like, hey,
Okay.
you know.
I like it.
I like that. Okay. Cool. Okay, upper class gnome mage. The next thing I know this is hard, you guys, but I need your character's name.
I already got mine.
Oh. Okay.
It's Alar, Aelar.
A-E.
Lar. Tavanis, Tavanis.
Oh wait, so is he from House Sivis or no?
No, that was cast. That was the cheat.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so the gnome one will be in from Fairhaven.
Oh, he'll be from Fairhaven. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trained at Arcanics, but grew disillusioned with the politics of Arcane Congress, and so I joined the Wayfounder Foundation to get out of that.
Okay. But yes, so we got Fairhaven. It's the capital of Onder. I'm gonna call it Onder. Onder is one of the 5 nations, or how would you call it? Like, so there's Eberron. Eberron has continents. Khorvaire is one of the continents. Inside continents, there are countries. So Onder is one of the countries, I guess. 5 nations. Is a nation a country? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Geography. Okay,
Well,
it's often called the City of
yes and no.
Lights due to the magical ever-burning lanterns that illuminate its streets. It was built upon the ruins of an ancient orcish city. The government. I guess this is stuff that you would know, Kyle, your character. I could send you these. As the capital, it's the seat of Onder's government, with Queen Orala residing in Fairhold Palace. The key features the University of Wynarn, a renowned center of learning that attracts students from across Khorvaire. all the major Dragonmark houses have enclaves in Fairhaven, so it's a hub for commerce and politics. So that makes sense for your character. You're tied up to politics, so.
Yep.
The city is divided into distinct wards, each with its own character and demographics.
I do want to make a motion that we rename Lake Galifar to Lake Ondare.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm making a dumb politics joke.
Where have I heard
Mexico,
that?
Gulf of America.
Oh, sorry. I'm blanking out these next 4 years, so I.
Yeah, no, for sure. Don't blame you.
So you made that joke. I was like,
You're like,
I don't get it. So basically, but yeah, okay. I almost said, but Meg.
The name?
Yes.
Serona Moondrift.
Okay. Lovely name.
What?
What? What are you talking about?
What kind of fuck-ass reaction was that? Why do you hate it? Tell me why you hate it.
Why do you hate me?
No, not me. It.
How do you spell it?
Sirona. Surname. Moon. Drift.
Okay, got it. Beautiful.
She's half elf. I feel like it's elvish.
Is it? Moondrift. You know, elves have those like hoity-toity, like posh last names.
Is that not a hoity-toity one?
It seems more like a gnome or like a.
What about Star Hollow?
Like, think of.
That was like my go-to elven name. I took it from the D&D website.
Well, because you know, like Arwen, I believe her last name is like
Even the
Evenstar.
Evenstar.
Is that her last name?
It's just a title.
That's her title, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let me just Google surnames.
Damn, not you breaking up.
What? Oh, it's fine. We'll keep it. Moondrift it is.
I think Moondrift's fine.
Yeah, it's great.
Damn. So cold.
Arcturus, what about your character?
I'd go with the construct and then Aldebrand.
Okay.
ALDE and then brand.
Did you look up like what the constructs like Warforged were usually named?
I just looked up synonyms for fire. Just I was like Silver Flame, that looks good.
Wow.
And then I figured they wouldn't have a house name, so I was like one name.
No, the name is fine, but I am just interested. Like, what were?
Yeah, I was worried because I was like, would it be like serial numbers?
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they often had names that reflect their function, personality, or a significant event in their lives.
The bunnies from Final Fantasy Online.
Yeah, so.
The chef's called Cooking Way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
And then like, I don't know. The one who like fixes all the clothes is called like Sewing Way.
Oh my god.
They will just add way to the end of what they do.
Oh, it looks like they had like it looks like they don't have surnames. It's kind of like one word. So like striker, breaker, bulwark, sentinel.
Wow, bulwark, what a name.
Ironwood, steelhide, stonefist, silverhand. So it's like appearance based, or you can have one based on your personality. Or you can have some like abstract or symbolic name. Entropy. Paradox. No one gets me.
Look up types of metal just to see what would be a good name.
My name is Iron.
Iron ingots.
Please welcome to the stage.
Iron ingots. He's looking for love in all the wrong places. Ladies, give it up for Iron ingots. People are who gave you that name? Well, I am made of iron ingots. Many adopted nicknames given by like comrades or chosen names reflecting their roles, abilities, or personality traits. Yeah, okay, just wanted to double check. But it's also common for Warforged to change their names as they evolve and find new purposes.
That's so sick.
So I guess it could depend on if you feel like you found your purpose yet, or like a goal by the end of this campaign is to figure out where you belong in this world. So that is a question I have for you guys. So I'll let you think about that. I think it would be cool to have a name that that represents his role, ability, or personality trait, though. Up to you.
Yeah.
Iron ingots. We're getting close. We're getting warmer. I built the ingots. Okay. So
Iron bulwark.
let me see. Goal. So that's what I'm going to ask everybody. Just kind of briefly, if you told me in one line what your character's goal would be. So like by the end of this campaign, they want to like achieve this or learn this or something. Something like reasonable and like attainable.
Are we starting at level 1?
You know what? Let's start at level 2. Woo!
And how far do you think we'll make it in terms of levels?
I'll have to get back to you.
Okay.
I'll have to get back to you. I'm not sure.
It's all good.
But for Alar, what would you say his goal is? So like by the end of this, let's say, they all run about, 6 to 10 sessions. So what would you say like he wants to know this or obtain this? And how is being a part of the Wayfinder Foundation like helping out with that?
I think he wants to make a contribution to the magic world. Like you said, it's pretty rare for there to be like high magic. So part of the reason he wants to go adventuring is he wants to like discover a magical artifact and like figure it out, or find a lost magical language, or something like that could put his stamp on the magical world.
Okay, I like it. There's sometimes players will say things where I'm like, did they read my notes? That's all I'm gonna say with that goal. Is who's hacking into my computer? What the heck? Okay, and for Serona Moondrift.
Wait, what was the question? I'm so sorry. I was doing my sheet. I'm so sorry.
I also saw your face kind of look over, just like lucidly, just like, huh?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've had a busy day and my brain's really tired.
I could see it in your face that you had no idea what was going on.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that was funny. By the end of this campaign, what would she want to achieve or learn or do?
Okay, so I had 2.
Okay.
I feel like the more generic, basic-y one is to like earn earn a great feat so she can like spread her wings a bit more and do her own thing, you know. But she does enjoy adventuring, so she might actually just stick at it for that reason, sort of thing. But you know, but she doesn't want to be under like her like dad's watchful gaze anymore.
Okay.
So she just wants to like keep her head down, let's get out of it, sort of thing. So to have a great feat written about her, and then I thought maybe the second one, for her patron to tell her what he's actually patron of. Like he tells her something different every time. not in a haha to fuck you over kind of way, but he's just
No,
sort of
I
like,
think that's it. I think that's why he does it.
or I don't want to make it like too memey, you know, like because it is
Right,
like,
yeah.
But like I'm fine with it if you're fine with it. I quite like that. But like she was so desperate to like get into this and just like be better that she didn't read the fine print on absolutely anything. Sort of thing. So she's like, so what are you like patron of? And he's like, you don't need to know that right now. Or just tell people I am the patron of cuisine. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. Like he never gives her like anything tangible type thing. And I feel like as they've gotten to know each other better, he's given her more and more.
Isn't your magic based on what he gives you? So you could kind of
you
ascertain,
could put like 2 and 2 together, you know? Like you could kind of,
if you're like really good with food and stuff.
you could kind of put it together, but then like there might be other things. I don't know. Maybe like just to get out from under like her dad's watchful eye then.
No, I mean
I like
the first one
didn't
is very
think of
simple. I
Nimble.
think the patron I think you could do both because the first one's quite simple. I think that one will happen. That one is very possible.
Yeah.
But the patron one is like it could be like a little side thing.
Or it was going to be like a Rumpelstiltskin type thing. Like, he won't tell her his real name. And she's like, come on. But that feels a bit too silly. So I thought maybe, like, what he's patron of or, like, why he actually agreed to it. Like, because he just tells her, you know, like, I was in the market for a new...
I was in the market. Wait. So, what does the patron... What are you to the patron? What's the actual title?
He would be my patron.
Yeah,
I guess
he is
he
your
would be patron of something. I keep using patron interchangeably with everything. I've actually never even played a warlock before, so this is
you're
like,
his. There. Okay, so there is a.
I don't know what the name is though. Sorry.
As a warlock.
I have a look in the Shadowmancer thing.
Let me see. Let's see. You're their okay, so you're like their servant, agent,
Vassal,
vassal,
so I work for him.
disciple, chosen champion.
Yeah.
I think he would call you like his chosen, but begrudgingly. Not because he doesn't like you, but because he just doesn't want to do this. Like he's like,
yeah.
I had to. And
The benefactor.
I'd rather be at a hookah bar right now.
So real for that.
But every time you call on him, it's like, am I inconveniencing you? Like, you took the job. I need you to be a little more enthusiastic. Okay. I like that. And for the construct, any new ideas for his name?
As far as his name, I was looking at Fletcher, but that I don't know. A maker of arrows didn't seem right. So I might need a moment.
Okay. Well, what was his goal? What was his job in the past?
In the past, well, I would probably say hauling armaments from point A to point B. So that's why curing comes easy to him, but not so much when he was brought over to that religious order.
Oh, so he's an oath breaker.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he did break his oath that he took previously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please call him Hall, and then it always gets misheard as Paul.
Oh.
Yeah, or how? Like,
How?
right? So you just
How?
refer to yourself as like.
Sorry, I can't do that, Dave.
hole.
Oh my god.
I kind of do like Hall, but I don't.
I keep making things silly, and I'm not trying to. I promise. I'm sorry. They're just coming to me, and I need the universe to know them.
I think I could start off as Hall because I had an idea of like him changing his name towards the end.
Yes, yeah,
You know. So I think starting as Hall, and then as he goes towards his goal of like finding people who fulfilled their purpose, and kind of understanding.
Do you want to kind of organically find that new name as you continue to play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love that.
That's so fucking sick.
So I'm gonna say used to haul armor from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
And then can you tell me again how he found his way to the Wayfinder Foundation?
He cut ties with the Silver Flame after they kind of found him and repurposed him to work in the church. He kind of broke free and ran away and kind of sought refuge there. And so since they didn't really have a lot for him to do, they were like, you're a perfect fit for being a courier to move things from point A to point B.
Oh,
So,
yep. Okay.
Just went there for safety.
Yeah. And, okay. How smart is he?
It's like, I would say average intelligence, like not amazingly smart, but not pom-pom level.
Okay.
My
Got it.
king.
Oh, pom-pom. Oh, the stories we could have told with him.
I'm excited to explore Dwarven mind and just see the outline of Kobold that's done.
Okay. Do you know what his goal would be by the end of the campaign?
Yeah, I think finding his purpose would be a little too lofty, but he at least wants to find somebody who has fulfilled their purpose. Whether that's like preordained or if that's like something that they aspired to, it's like their goal, and then see if that fulfilled them.
Oh, okay, fine. So, not just any person, like another Warforged, right?
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
Your mind. That's crazy.
Your mind.
Your mind. Should have given a chills warning. Oh my god.
Give me a piece of it.
Why did that sound weirdly sexy?
What'd you say?
Why did that sound weirdly sexy? Like you were like
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That wasn't my intent. So yeah, okay, so find another Warforged who has achieved like not anonymity, like what's the word? Independence, maybe? Or
I'm trying to think of another word for
fulfillment.
Yeah.
oh, after the war, and their original job, I guess. He said he wants to know if they're fulfilled,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
if they're truly fulfilled, or if it feels empty, or anything like that. So.
Yeah, like
Okay.
either that division between like what they were previously programmed, if they fulfilled that to the extent, and then if that gave them fulfillment, or if what they chose for themselves gave them more. Kind of
Yeah, I like that.
Everyone, I'm about to choose which language I'm proficient in. So I just want everyone to remember this moment for when something comes up in a language and I go, oh, I think I know this one. I took it. And then I check and then I go, oh, no, never mind. It was a different one. So I just need everyone to like, bear witness.
Which language are you choosing?
It would make the most sense if she could speak Abyssal, right? If she
Why?
Because she's got a patron.
Oh. Does the patron speak Abyssal? that?
Oh, I don't know. Can you tell me what language he speaks in?
Oh,
So I can also know the language.
let me just tell you, I'm common as hell. That's what he's like. I was told to speak more languages. Too much work. Have you ever learned a different language?
Well, I mean, I learned Infernal because.
Hell no. That's what he's gonna say. I think he's gonna be a mansplainer.
That's incredible. I'm taking Celestial. Everyone remember that for me, okay?
Okay, so the next thing, I got all your goals. The next thing is, let's figure out how long you guys have been working together and what are some of the connections that you guys have. What would you guys say, what would help you role play the best? What makes the most sense? So I will leave that to you guys. If 2 weeks makes sense, if 3 months, if a year, if 5 years, what do you guys think?
Maybe could we have been a party who isn't always together, but we've worked together a lot in the past?
Isn't always together?
Yeah, so like we tend to go off and do like, I don't know, different jobs for the guild, that sort of thing, or different things, like kind of like freelancer type things. I don't know, I guess. But like we've worked as a group quite often before, but not like at the same time. Does that make sense?
I think it'd also be interesting if we've all been couriers for a while, but this is our first time as a group together. Like maybe we've heard of each other or something.
Oh, okay. Just by reputation or in passing?
Either or, I think would be cool.
By the way, thanks for still coming, Arcturus, even though you're not feeling well.
Sorry about that. I was worried. I was like, am I gonna have to mute?
You're good. Okay, that's one idea. We got 2 ideas.
Yeah.
Separate people who have career experience. Well, you guys kind of do, like, based on your backgrounds too.
Like, I don't know. Or it could just be a relatively new thing. Like 6 months-ish. And like we're kind of like, why are we doing this? Like this is kind of like not below our pay grade, but like it's easy enough, you know, there's no challenge.
Yeah.
And this is like the first big one where we're like, this is it, guys. Like this is we've got good standings, this is where we push it, you know? Like this is where we make something of ourselves. That sort of like I don't know how serious the job is. I have no idea.
More prestigious delivery.
Yeah, like it's a bit more prestigious. Like we're like, okay, this has to be like something important. The wording's different to the usual ones. This one has to be. So like maybe we were pretty lax in our job. Like we were doing it well enough beforehand. I don't know.
Oh,
Or
I have the first half of the session ready.
Oh my god.
So you'll know where you stand immediately.
Oh no.
What are you talking about? You guys got 5 stars. Okay, so let me just write down. I want to write down the notes for Meg's patron. Personality. Shaggy-esque.
What background do
He's like chill, lazy, surfer dude from California. Didn't want to take this job, had to.
Who made you though? Isn't the whole thing you guys have free will? Like who made you?
You asked too many questions. You're asking the wrong questions, my man.
But like if you could just tell me the right questions.
I gotta go. Then he like poofs out of here in like green smoke. It's weed. It's weed.
That's incredible. I'm obsessed.
Doesn't want to think too hard. Okay. Okay. So, your group. What do you guys want to go with? How long have you guys been together?
Maybe it's we've done like more local stuff, like not that big of like career tasks, but
I'll let you guys know. You guys
like
are kind of like earlier in your career. I'll say that.
okay.
Like, are we later in our career than Dragon's Bane?
Who?
Well, our last group.
So you guys did decide to go with that name?
That's what other people start referring to as after.
Oh, listen.
Well,
that's
if I do it again, then it sticks.
Yes, you are further than them. That was literally your guys' first job.
Very fast. Okay, so we've been around, ready for ready for something new.
Yeah, I think maybe a couple months, 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. So if it's been a couple months, I know Kyle, for you and Sed, when he gets back, you'll have that connection that you guys can like DM each other about. But Sirona, how do you think she feels about Hall, and vice versa?
I think like it would largely like depend on like the demeanor sort of thing, like the vibe he sort of gives. Because I like my initial thing is like, say if there's like a little campfire situation, she'd like give him a whole like pat on the shoulder and like sit down beside him type thing and be like, "You okay, pal?" type thing, like "You buddy" sort of thing. Like that sort of relationship. Like but they don't know much about each other, but like they're very comfortable around each other. But like she's
type of camaraderie there.
Yeah, like being someone different, you know, not really having your sort of place and having to sort of like fake it. That sort of like there's that they haven't had the big deep conversations about it or anything, but they get that like sort of sense from each other.
Okay.
I think the only thing Hall would find weird is just the puffs of green smoke. He doesn't know what's going on with that.
He'll find her in green puffs of smoke randomly.
Like I feel like maybe of everybody in the party, he's maybe the one that she's told how she got a patron.
Oh.
You know? Like that sort of like they're a bit more, I don't know, they're like she just knows that he'll get it better.
Maybe he feels like he's just like non-judgmental. It's kind of like
like
talking to a dog. You're like, I know you won't judge me.
Like she just tells him all of her deepest, darkest secrets.
That seems normal for people.
And he just like doesn't respond to them, but just brings them up randomly.
You're like, you just have a trusting face, and it's like made of metal.
It's just a slave.
Yeah, like he like physically can't make expressions. You're like, I just feel like you're not judging me. Like, yeah, I can't read you, man. Like, I literally can't change my face. Okay. I get that. I totally get that, though. Okay. Let's... well, Kyle, what do you think that... We can start talking about it a little bit now, but what do you think that connection would be? We'll get Sed's in insight, too, eventually, but, like, on your end, what do you think, like, the connection would be?
Between Set and I, or?
Yeah, your characters, maybe, like, you knew him since you were a child, or...
Yeah, I think, like you were saying, they're kind of left over from the war, and so he kind of found his way into service as a butler.
Yeah.
And he's been the butler since I, was born, and we've always had this connection. And he followed me when I left, kind of a thing.
Oh. So I guess this is a better question for Sed, probably, but how he felt about leaving, because they're kind of indentured a little bit. So he's probably more indentured to the family more than you, but still decided to.
Yeah, but like I would say, like I'm still the family. Like I'm not like disowned for anything.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, I thought you were discommunicated.
No, that was the cheat.
Okay, sorry. I got confused with it.
You're good.
Okay.
I know. This one is like, I'm kind of like, I just, like typical spoiled kid, like doesn't want to deal with the family business kind of thing.
Oh,
and goes off and does his own thing. So he's not disowned or anything, just away from the family. So the way I imagine is like, they're like, okay, take your butler,
Take your butler. And his name is Butler.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. Okay, so I'm not excommunicated. The family is like, no. Yeah, just get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. The air is thick with the metallic tang of magic. Trees around you shimmer with residual energy as a hulking figure of a Displacer Beast Alpha prowls through the mist. You see its 6 legs move with this kind of eerie grace, and its tentacles twitch in anticipation. All 4 of you, there is a lockbox at your feet as it hums dangerously. Its crystalline surface is now webbed with glowing cracks. Sparks of energy lash out, singeing the ground. Whatever enchantments once sealed it are now beginning to falter. You guys notice this. A deep growl reverberates as the beast circles, its shape flickering and shifting like an illusion. You barely have time to react as it lunges, tentacles flailing its massive body, aiming to crash into you. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Huh?
What the
Huh?
fuck? What?
I said if you can't roll for initiative, we're gonna improvise.
It's okay. I can. Give me like one.
Are we using the combat encounter thingy or just?
Nope. Let's just go ahead and roll for initiative. Let's see what you guys get.
13.
Okay.
Oh!
Sheesh.
That's gonna be what
Alar.
this game's like. Yeah.
Alar, my friend. He's not supposed to be out here.
No. Ben, could you take care of that for me?
He hops behind Van.
That's what this is gonna be like.
Oh, yeah! There we go.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, so we're mostly this very theater of the mind, okay, everybody? So I need you, Van, to describe what it looks like. Let's describe what these kind of roles represent, you guys doing in the wild. So you guys getting ready as you see it starting to lunge at you. So Ced, what's going on?
Vans immediately react to the creature movements.
Yeah.
You see my head turn towards the creatures, and I swiftly move in front of Cass, and to show him. And you see,
I need to change that. It's actually Alar.
Alar, okay.
Alar, yeah.
And I draw my weapons, lower my stance, and you see it's kind of like Van bodies, the gemstone and the eyes kind of glow up. There's a little bit of a few holes in his head and in the gaps between his armors, and steam start to raise from it. There's some tiny wheels that you can see in the joints in his is at the multiple joint in his shoulders, his knees, stuff like that start to spinnings, and I immediately raging and ready for combat.
Okay. Next up is Sirona. So you're kind of like the second most ready person. What does that look like?
So as it sort of like begins to leap, she ducks down, throws up a hand, and one of her imps comes out as like in like a sort of defensive stance. She turns to it, she sort of says, "You can handle that for me, can't you, darling?" And then she'll drop down and grab the lockbox.
Right.
And then as she like comes back up again, she gets like her sickle out. So she's got the lockbox under her arm and then a sickle in her other hand.
Okay, and Hall?
I would say Hall. You see a little bit of smoke come up, and the gears whir a little slower as he kind of turns between the box with its runes that are fracturing and the Displacer Beast, not sure which threat is worse. You see him kind of hesitate with his shield as he kind of tries to put it between himself and the box, and then between the Displacer Beasts as if he can't decide which one's worse.
Okay. And Kyle, you rolled the lowest. You would have one action. What are you doing in this moment?
So Van moved in front of me, right? If I heard that right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I will say thank you, Van. Please take care of this, and I will cast Heart's Fire cantrip, giving him an extra action.
Okay, extra action goes to Van. So we're going to go back up. Everybody kind of explained how they're ready and what they're going to do. So Van, quickly explain what you're going to do. We're not rolling per se, but I want to know what your actions would be. So explain your characters, their class, what they can pull out, what they can do, and how you're going to attack this beast.
Van is just fully lock on to the beast, lock eye with it, and just attack it with the battle axe. And then as a berserker, I can just keep raging every round. You see, as the battle going on, the attacks from Van is getting more and more furious. I just keep hacking and slacking at the displaced beast.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, and
I'm
Sirona,
a berserker. I'm just hitting things. That's it.
Okay, so your berserker, your warforged body, metal body is going to continuously hack at this Displacer Beast. I think you get one of its tails completely slashed off. You also see this, Sirona. So you're up next. You're running up behind him. What are you doing next? Actually, after you see him do that.
I'll send my imp to the other side of it, to the parallel side of where Van attacked, and get it to cast Shadow Blast on it, and then I will move closer to it and then hack at it with my sickle. Hack one of the legs with the sickle.
So you go to hack one of the legs, you feel that it gets stuck.
Fuck.
But it does damage it. So it starts to you see some black ooze coming out of its leg that you get it, but you still trying to pull it out. Hall, you do see her sickle stuck inside. What do you do?
Seeing that it's stuck, we kind of walk over, and with our mace, we're going to hit the creature, and hopefully that dislodges their sickle. And so we kind of charge up, and there'd be this divine radiance as we kind of add that to our strike, a condemning strike.
Okay. Like a radiant strike, you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, nice. So you do your radiant strike. You can see that it does not like that. It kind of blinds it a little bit, and you see it kind of rears back on its legs and hisses loudly at you, you could see it starting to lunge at you next. Alar, what are you doing?
I'm gonna focus, since clearly Van has this handled. I'm gonna focus on those magic boxes, trying to figure out what I need to do with them. If there's something I can do with them.
Your job, as you guys know, courier service. This is the job. This is the box that you must protect and get from point A to point B.
Got it. So I'm basically just going to be making sure he doesn't get to it. So I'm going to be holding onto the box if I can, and just keeping it with me and make sure it's not getting attacked by the beast.
Okay, so you're holding on to the box.
Yeah, I had it. So when she swung forward with her sickle, she moved her other hand backwards. So for Ayla to grab, so you could get it their way. Yeah.
Now, what follows is a chaotic blur. Eventually, the lockbox gets destroyed. In all of this, by the end of this fight, the Displacer Beast Alpha, it becomes more erratic, its movements wild, frenzied, especially after that attack by Hull. Together, you guys rally, exploiting its momentary confusion to land a series of like devastating blows to it. And then finally, the beast collapses. Its body vanishing into mist as it retreats into the shadows of the forest. But the victory is hollow. The parcel that you guys were supposed to deliver to a mage, entire purpose of your mission, lies in glittering fragments across the forest floor. Its magic dissipated into the air. And when you guys finally return to Fairhaven, battered, exhausted, you're greeted with anger and disappointment. The mage files a scathing report to the Wayfinder Foundation, and rumors of your failure ripple throughout the guild. And as you guys are walking throughout the guild, you can feel the eyes on you. Oh, let me change this music. Let me, where's the sad? But the memory of that day is still fresh now as you stand in the polished halls of the Wayfinder Foundation's Fairhaven branch. Why do I still... Oh, okay. Sorry, I hear like 2 songs at once.
Real?
Yeah, I was like...
You're not going crazy.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, am I losing my mind? The faint hum of like magical projections, low murmur of other adventurers is kind of heightens the unease you guys feel as you guys have been called back in. Before you stands a slender elf. He has sharp features, a very haughty demeanor. Alar, you've seen types like this before. I imagine Serona has as well. Haughty demeanor. He looks down at you. He's kind of like on a platform, and all 4 of you stand before him. You see his piercing eyes filled with contempt as he looks at you all. You guys know his name. His name is Vareth Eberron. He's the branch overseer. And he draws a slow breath. His long fingers like tapping on a tablet, like a glowing arcane tablet. Oh, yeah. He says, "Let me be perfectly clear. The Wayfinder Foundation prides itself on its excellence. Excellence, which, as your recent escapades have demonstrated, is a foreign concept to you lot." And he gestures kind of vaguely to the star rating displayed on the wall behind him. Your group's name is prominently displayed beneath 3 dimly glowing stars. 3 stars. 3. Do you know how difficult it is to fall below 4 stars in this guild? Quite difficult, yet here we are. And he looks at you guys expectantly.
To be fair, we were not told of any danger that was supposed to be on this mission. Took us completely by surprise.
So am I supposed to be someone who can see the future, to see every danger within the forest, to prepare you? No. Adventurers are prepared and ready. You see him, he starts to pace back and forth. Your last mission, delivering a single enchanted lockbox, resulted in catastrophic magical fallout. A parcel undelivered, a client unsatisfied, and a reprimand filed against this branch. See him pause. He turns to face you all fully. Frankly, were it not for my better judgment and Lord Boroman's insistence on giving second chances, I would have all of you terminated from this guild outright. Yet, here you stand. Probation. You see, he waves his hand and he calls you guys over to a map. You see the map of Khorvaire starts, and you see him highlighting Fairhaven to Sharn. You see him pointing. Your task is simple. A package will be delivered from here, and he taps Fairhaven, to here. And his finger slides all the way to Sharn. You have 7 days. No shortcuts, no deviations, no incidents. This is your final chance. Succeed, and you may yet salvage your sorry reputations. Fail, and you will need to find a new guild to peddle your services. And you see him straighten up, adjust his robes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. Perfectly. I just the drop in our rating. It's not. I mean, my father. You see, he's not going to find out about this before I can rectify the mistake.
Well, he says word gets around fast. That's not up to me. Who spreads the word? So, but guaranteed, everyone in this sect knows about this failure.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. And then she'll kind of just look down like shit.
Yes, well, I need another cuppa. Van, will you please get the details and meet me in my chambers? And he walks off.
Yes, young master.
Wow.
Sir,
Yes.
may I queries on these detail of this packages that we are delivering on these new missions?
Yes. The package will be here tomorrow night. From what I know right now, it is one of the 13 houses is asking for a very important delivery from here to Sharn. This is an important client we have, so please do not deviate. I believe the package will be in a large box. Do not open the box. Make sure the box is secured. You will all be taking an airship from here to Sharn. Understood?
Understood.
So
And
so we just have to guard this box on an airship. Just to be clear.
It is a very simple job, but also very important, he says. Guard this box with your lives and get it to Sharn in one piece. Please.
may I ask which houses is interest request this missions? Like, I want to know the political standings and possible enemy that we may find during the missions.
I believe it is House Sivis.
That's probably good, I guess. But they's pretty neutral, so.
Yes. Lord, I believe his name is Lord Darius Vathos. He's the one who's commissioning this job. I will send his name in the Foundry chat as well. But this is how you spell it. Yes, the Displacer Beast tells you guys how to.
Darius.
Yes. Again, a simple job to guard this package.
And are we traveling with other member of House Sivis, or it's just gonna be us alone in the airship?
I will I don't have that information on me now. I will double check and let you know later on tonight before you guys go to bed. The airship is leaving first thing in the morning. You must be on this airship. I must remind you, the next one will not be here for the next 4 days. And remember, you have 7 days to deliver this package. It needs to be in Sharn in 7 days' time.
Do we know the dimensions of this parcel and its approximate weight?
Oof, dimensions. How do I explain dimensions? Because I know what it looks like in my head. It's about
About this big.
yeah, like Vanguard and Hull. Yeah, no, not Xbox size. It's about the size of like a medium box, like a medium moving box. So it's not large. It's not large.
It's like mini fridge size almost.
Yeah. So like 2 mini fridges.
2 mini fridges. Okay.
Yeah. That's the size of the box, so it's not too large. And
do we know, like, is 7 days reasonable to get to Sharn from here, or are we gonna need a break?
Yes,
or is that leisurely? Okay.
Yeah, that is the normal time to get there. I think it actually can get there quicker.
Okay.
Like airships are like one of the fastest forms of travel, or it could be the train. You guys could have taken the train, but the airship is the fastest, at least for this route.
Got it.
Are there any other questions?
Do you have the name of the contact point that we're supposed to meet in Sharn?
You will meet Lord Darius himself in Sharn when you arrive. He will have his people there waiting for you.
Oh, so not him himself.
You will go to meet him at his palace, I believe he stays.
Oh, that's okay. We've never really delivered anything to somebody so important. And there's a lot riding on this to go well.
There certainly is, at least for you all. And the reputation of this guild. So, like I said, everything. I just wanted to double check. Does his opinion on us as people, does that factor into anything at all? I don't believe Lord Darius has an opinion of you, personally. But if you do not get this package to him in time, then certainly he will have words. And his words hold weight in Khorvaire.
Yes. Okay. 7 days, be on the airship. Don't break the box. Don't get into a fight near the box. Understood. Yes. Yes. Cool. Yes. Okay.
This is the same thing you told me with the last package. I trust you will keep your word this time. And he walks off.
Well, that was a relief. By my calculations, we might get there sooner than 7 days, depending on air currents.
I just hope that we would not, encounter any trouble in our journey. I mean, flying is probably is supposed to be safer, but but still we might meet with some maybe flying's monster or enemies of House Sivis, but you never know. I mean, generally, from what I know, House Sivis is quite neutral in the political game, and they don't have a lot of enemies, and they are a very powerful house. but you never know.
Serena like immediately relaxes as soon as he walks off. Okay, well, yes, you're right there. But does nobody kind of... He seems stern, right? To us specifically, I mean.
I mean, we did destroy a valuable parcel.
No, but we didn't
destroy our track
it.
record.
Paul, we didn't destroy it. We didn't fulfill the demand. That's true. Yes. I feel like any other branch manager would have, I don't know, allowed us a rebuttal, a defense. And why is it so simple? It's a 7-day airship. Why does it need protection? He's setting us up. I'm telling you, he's setting us up.
Alar walks in with his cup of tea as she's saying that. Go ahead, Arcturus.
I don't believe our employer would set us up. He gave us an opportunity to recompense for our misdeed, and I feel he's trustworthy.
Yes,
save me your optimistic droll. Serona, don't get your knickers in a twist. We're gonna do the job. It's gonna be fine.
Well, I know we're going to do the job. It's the fine part. Because it's a 7-day airship. A moron could deliver this parcel. And I know at the moment, yes, he probably thinks that we are morons and that we need this extra time there, but this was one bad job. It was one bad job. I mean, we're certainly not at the level where we need to defend parcels on airships for 7 days. We've put in our time.
I'm considering it a vacation.
A vacation. Vacation.
Yes. 7 days on an airship, it should be a smooth ride.
But nobody else seems concerned by this. It doesn't concern you that it should be so simple and it's so important. He's setting us up. He's always been sterner with us than the other groups.
Well, you're not wrong there. But what are we going to do?
Mr. Ona, I mean, I think regardless, we need to take this job. I think it makes sense that he gave us simple jobs, according to our failures in the last missions. And House Sivis is one of a big house, so it's not quite, even though it sounds simple, it's still an important job. So let's just try and put our mind in rest and try to do our best at these missions. Try to bring our ratings back up, and don't be too concerned about it.
Van, who are we delivering this to again?
Young master, I believe, is House Sivis.
House Sivis.
It's one of a big
yes.
dragon mark house, yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you all, but I am knackered.
Knackered. Absolutely. As you guys are speaking, you see like a group of 4 elven men, and you see that it is a group that has a 4.7, almost a 5, and it's all men, and it's 2 hunters, and it's 2 like berserkers. That makes up like their group. And they kind of walk past you guys, clearly like talking about you all, and you hear them kind of like snickering and like mentioning your group as they walk past and like laughing at you guys. Just
Team
like
Rocket. Team Rocket gets more snotty by the day.
Hall will have his book out and kind of writing statistics like they're obviously doing something right. Maybe if we changed our professions to hunters, kind of pitching that to no avail.
One of them goes,
please.
Heard about your last job, Serona. Wow.
Yes, well, that doesn't make you special. Everybody knows about it.
that makes it kind of,
that's not. That's
yeah, that makes it worse. Wow. Your group is kind of sad.
sad. We have an entire
What do
range
you
of
have?
skills. We have an entire range of skills you wouldn't even be able to dream of.
I can't dream of what's not existent. And then he like high fives all the guys behind him. And they're like, oh.
Well, young man, your
Yeah.
ratings can go up and down. Adventuring is a long haul job. I'm just glad that we're still standing here today, surviving another mission. So let's just hope that we can see each other again after the next missions. I hope that you men have a swift and safe missions ahead.
The main guy who's talking to you, his name is Gerard. He walks up to you closer and he's like, I don't believe I was speaking to you. And I think last time I learned about your kind, you speak when spoken to, no?
Ah, I see. Well, so that's how it is.
Ignore him, Van. He's not worth the effort.
Gerard, Alar kind of walks up and looks up at Gerard like this, and he's like, no one insults my butler except me.
He's like he looks up. Gerard goes, is someone speaking? I can't hear. Do you guys hear anything? I can't hear anything. And he's like talking to his buddies behind him, and they're like, no, we can't hear. We can't. Nope.
Strange.
Not surprised you
You're
can't
an
hear
apple
anything
paladin.
with your head shoved so far up the administrator's arse. Walks away.
Wow. Hey, Serona, control your little friend, eh?
I don't control him because he's his own person, which is something you wouldn't understand. How is your rating so high when you are so abhorrent to people?
We're good at our job. Like, that's all you gotta do. Just be good at your job. Like, just be talented.
Talented.
No, don't write this down.
But they have their heads up the posterior.
No. He was being facetious.
Of course. Let me mark that out of the record.
Yeah, erase that. No. We would never do that. That's not manly. So.
What was your last job? She like sort of eyes him, like folds her arms, sort of narrows her eyes.
What was
I believe
our
it
last...
was delivering biscuits to the administrator's nanny.
You walked off.
I was hiding behind.
Oh, you're behind. You're
behind
behind.
Van.
You're behind. You pop up behind Van. There was some kobolds and some dragonborn relations we had to settle and make right, and we did a good job. So we're now at a 4.7. Well, as soon as we hit 5, we're leaving this branch. No, it's as soon as when we do. We're good at our job. You don't get to a 4.7 by being bad, or as you guys would say, your everyday life. So yeah.
You know what? I hope you get that 5-star rating because it means that you leave here and we will never, ever, ever, ever have to see you darken the hallways of this branch ever again.
Okay.
Now leave. And she sort of not stances, but
Who is she? He grabs your arm. He's like, wait.
What?
You feel that between us, right?
No, Gerard, no, we're
Come
not.
on.
And she sort of like,
Come on, we gotta stop playing this back and forth. It's been like this for a few months.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't act
She's
like
sort
you
of
don't feel this fire between us.
Uh-huh.
And he leans in.
She like leans back and she's
he
like,
leans in towards your ear.
oh.
Nah.
You know where my room's at. Anyway, loser, I'm leaving. Bye. He like winks at you, and all the boys like clap each other, and then you see them like showing off each other's muscles as they go towards the other end of the hall that you guys are all in, like the working hall, and they go have a arm wrestling competition.
Oh boy, jeez.
And they're just loud and ratty. They're basically it's like a frat boys, and they go over there and arm wrestling competition, and they start to eat very loudly. They're just loud.
Do we need to test our physical prowess to assert our standing in the shipping company?
I'm sure. Oh no, I lost his voice. I'm sure that we don't have to do that. It's meaningless.
Understood.
Just focusing on preparing for our next missions and trying to do a good job this times. Miss Sorona, I would advise not to engage in any, emotional or sexually relationship with others group members. That would be.
Hall's bronze plating somehow gets pink. Heats up a bit.
No, Van, that's not. No, it's that's not. He thinks he's vile. He's awful. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot barge pole. No, absolutely not. No. Don't worry. You do not have to worry about me. I am completely dedicated to the mission. Despite how easy or simple or below our skills it may be. But this is a fresh start. You've told me not to worry about things. I'm not going to worry about them. Perhaps, maybe, it's time we took on a new sort of role or dynamic on one of our jobs. Do you see what I'm saying?
That would be a relief. I just want to make sure.
You kind of hear very softly in the distance, Sorona and Gerard kissing a tree.
You are children. You are children. Children. She kind of sort of bats at the three of you.
Come, Van. You have many preparations to make before the morning.
Yes, sir. Oh, may we go shopping? You might need some, clothes that befit the fashion sense of wait, what is the names of this?
Sharn.
Of Sharn.
Sharn, yeah.
Of course.
And you guys go off to go shopping. It's about midday.
They got time
in Fairhaven. What about Sorona Hall? Is there anything else you guys would like to do to prepare to leave in the morning?
She kind of has a look over his notes that he's been writing, just clear over the top.
Yeah.
There are very much caricatures of a group high-fiving, and he's like, "Is this possible?" As he's not Alyar is too short, so he's like, "Okay, maybe if we lift him." So there's those plans, as well as any things that could go wrong with the airship. So it's 101 things that could happen. It's like a dragon to just inclement weather.
Oh, I see you've got better at your proportions. Wait, hang on. Is that list you have of the airship?
Mm-hmm.
Is that ranked from most likely to happen to least, or was it the order of which you found the faults?
I mean, it is in most likely. Hearing about House Sivis's enemies, that's a mysterious factor that I wasn't able to comprehend. So it's a little lower on the scale, but inclement weather can waylay the trip. But as I said before, we should get there sooner than 7 days, so it shouldn't cause too much of an issue.
Well, do you make lists like this for every job we do? Is that how you put it together? Is it a sort of...
I like to remember things, and so I jot down everything that I've seen or heard that has an import, and I transcribe it down.
She'll kind of pick up the page, one of the pages, and sort of fan through to previous ones that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! And is that all of our missions in there?
Yes. So some of the less notable courses, but it has tracked our track record. We had a few delays here and there, but for the most part, we were satisfactory.
And no, I see where you've scribbled out and written over the top. That's that's really incredible, Hall.
Oh. Well, it is common. You do know how to read and write in it.
Yes, I do know how to read and write. It's just I'd never considered, making a sort of brochure of our adventures.
Should I share this out?
Maybe not right now. Now that we're at a 3-star rating, maybe if we get that rating back up again, we can start thinking about getting our name out there. But this is. I should very much like to have a look through that sometime.
Of course. I would advise you to skip the earlier chapters, but other than that, you're free to peruse.
Skip the earlier chapters. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay then. And she'll kind of like sling an arm round, and then begin walking with him.
You sling an arm around. They're quite.
It's like
they're quite tall.
maybe like round the waist.
He'll crouch down just to.
Oh, Iron Giant. That's who it reminds me of. That's who they. Yeah, Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Okay, as you guys walk off, Van, Alar, you guys are shopping to get the latest fashion in Sharn to match. Serona, Hall, you guys walk off, and soon enough, it starts to go into the evening. Before you guys wake up and leave, each of you have your own rooms at this location. Everybody's tucking in for the night. Van and Hall, you technically don't need to sleep. So I imagine, Van, are you like outside Alar's room? Where would you be?
Because we was in a kind of safe locations.
Yeah.
So Van is not too concerned about Alar. Is that how you say it?
Alar, yeah.
Alar, yeah.
To
So
start
I'm
the night,
probably
though, he has to help me with my 27-step skin routine.
Yeah.
Then
I
he
do
can
that. Just hold a mirrors and then just help him with his hairs and his skins.
Yeah.
He's got all little compartments all over that have all my stuff in them.
Okay. There's parts on his back that he can't reach. He's like, Van, you know the spot. Okay. You guys are getting ready for the night. Serona, you hear a knock at your door.
Can I before she gets to her door? She goes I feel like she passes Gerard's, like as she gets to hers, and she hesitates before knocking in front of it, and then she's like, "No, we said not again," and then she'll go back to her.
Oh no!
I can't. You're like, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah,
no.
we said last time was the last time, but that's the only yeah.
Oh no!
Okay, there's a knock on my door. She'll
and very what's the guy's name in Tangled? The main guy?
Flynn Rider.
Yeah, very Flynn Rider-esque. You see Gerard leaning up against the frame with his arm up against it. He puts a hand through his hair. He's like, I felt you through the door earlier.
You did not feel me through the door earlier. But...
Listen, he's like, I just wanted to say, he's like, shh, stop talking, shh. Puts his finger on your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta act tough in front of the boys.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in front of the boys.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
So you didn't tell them anything like you said you would?
Tell them what?
What do you mean tell them what? You're here at my door! You said you felt me through your door! That's the sort of thing you tell your party about, don't you think?
No, that's what I meant. Tell them what? Wink, wink?
Wink, wink.
It means I'm not telling them. It means tell them what? I'm acting like I don't know.
And you don't see the problem that I might have with this?
You didn't have a problem last night. And he puts his
That's
hands.
completely irrelevant. Irrelevant. No, you said you were here to say sorry, and I don't feel like you're actually very sorry at all. So maybe you should turn
No,
around. And prepare for
sorry,
your
I'm
own
bad.
mission,
I'm
then you
bad.
can continue with mine.
I'm bad with words. You know that. I'm like good, like physically, but like with words, really bad.
And then she just sort of like kicks the door open a bit more and walks back into her room.
He walks in like Flynn Rider, like that smirk on his face, and then shuts and locks the door behind him. That's hilarious.
Van is gonna be so disappointed. So disappointed.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And you guys head off for the night. Some people's nights are, rockier than most. And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Listen, I saw the thread and I grabbed it.